Namaste, everyone. I'm Jenny G, and thanks for tuning in. So make sure you subscribe to my channel in order to get notifications on new content and videos. That little red button in the corner, subscribe. Okay, so I'm going to talk about what's coming up this week for the cosmic vibes, like May 15th to the 21st. This is another huge week, especially midweek on the 17th. And what I want you to look at is, are you in cosmic alignment within the 5D dimension, which is the higher dimension? Or are you stuck and continuously trying to fight within your soul in the lower 3D vibes? Okay, so this week is another really big week, and midweek here on the 17th, it's even bigger than the eclipse. Now, for those of you who watched my eclipse video, you know that huge endings, shocks, all of a sudden, huge things really happen to you, right? You heard a lot of truth come out. There was sudden endings on jobs and relationships and just situations. And you're like, what just happened? Like, wow, I didn't see that coming. And it's going to happen again. It's going to happen again this week. I don't want to scare you, but this is why it's really important to look within and make sure you're grounded and balanced within. This Taurus energy will really help you, because we do have the new moon on the 19th of May, which I did another video on specifically. However, you're going to have to subscribe to see that video, right? So make sure you watch that video, because May 19th, it's a master number day and utilizing your energy to the fullest. So this week, like, oh my goodness sakes, you guys, like, you're going to be making more decisions this week, especially midweek, when that energy boom, 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 boom starts popping up for you. And you might find that even on the 15th and the 16th, we all get affected differently in our body and such like that. However, you might find that you're going to have issues with your teeth and your tongue and your head and your arteries. There's different days of the week, according to the planets, that are more sensitive to the next. This is why I scheduled my appointment a little bit after, right? And thank goodness we are officially over Mercury retrograde on the 15th. However, we still have that post retrograde, Mercury retrograde, for the next couple of weeks, realistically. But the good news is your communication is going to be a lot better. You're going to be able to be more grounded. You're going to be able to do more work on your projects and such, because there's not going to be as much electronic and technical issues is the worst part for me. And you will still have that opportunity for the next couple of weeks to really kind of reset things, reevaluate things. You know, it's like reflecting back. I want you to really reflect back on these past 6 weeks when the eclipse started and this energy really, really started shifting. Okay, so it's about 4 weeks, but realistically, we start to feel those effects going back a little bit before, and really, really reflect back on, and what did you guys really learn? Like, what lessons did you learn? What lessons did your soul bring to the surface for you that was out of alignment? So that's going to continue on this week as well. And you're going to find that all of your talents and your skills that you have, you're going to be able to utilize that more. You might be like, you know what, I'm all of a sudden drawn back into my creative side. You know, I've been getting these pulls into this, and that. Really pay attention to that, because even on the 18th and the 19th, the energies are going to affect your throat and your neck and your thyroid gland and such like that, which of course is your communication. So you might even want to wear the color blue, which is your communication, and or of course aqua aura crystal does help you whenever you're trying to communicate, or if you're doing like a talk, or if you need to have that talk with that special person or someone to resolve issues with. And it's really important that when you're doing that, to really speak your truth with integrity on honesty. Because if you try to come forth and say things that you don't mean, it's not going to work with you. You know, how many of you got blocked by somebody all of a sudden, or all of a sudden you blocked somebody? I understand that. I get that. However, there's reasons why that you are blocking somebody or somebody is blocking you, for instance. However, you can't run from them. You can't run from the situation. You have to make sure you resolve it within yourself first and make sure you're on that higher 5B, 5D in alignment within your soul. Because if you are, then things will start flowing much better for you. Where if you're kind of stuck with that ego, you're going to get way stuck down there and you're going to be wondering what's going on. Like what's really going on, right? On the 21st, the eclipse season starts to close a little bit more, and it's going to be a huge transformation for you in quantum leaps as long as you are aligned. That's why I keep on talking about if you're in alignment with the 5D, then you're going to start to feel better. You're going to start to feel more energy because some of you I've heard, gosh, Jenny, I've been so tired. I've just been exhausted. I literally don't want to, do this, or gosh, that it's okay. Because during this past energy time, our bodies and our cellular have been upgrading. Our DNA, there's a lot of past life healing that's been going on, a lot of ancestral healing going on. So it can create different issues in the body, feeling a little bit out of alignment and such like that. Like you might even find this week as well, the 23rd and the 24th, your stomach might feel a little bit, and your breast and your womb and such like that might be a little sensitive too, because it's just realigning and it's letting go of the old self, because your soul has been wanting to pull in the new self to you by giving you a lot of different signs. So on the 17th, as I mentioned this week, the 17th can be a huge transformational day. Really expect the unexpected because Jupiter's in alignment with the Taurus stellium. Taurus is more about being more grounded. We're in the month of May as well. It'll help you stay aligned if you work with the energy. It's going to help you even face your fears more with, the Jupiter energy, and really, really expand yourself. When you start expanding yourself, you're really going to start to see who you are. You know how I just said, your skills are going to come forth more in your talents. We're all gifted in our own way. We all have gifts to share with the world when you're being authentic. If you try to be somebody or not, it's not going to work, as I keep saying. When you're in alignment within the 5D, within your soul, you're going to see new doors opening for you that you resonate with. We can always get pulled into a different direction, of course, and you have to do what is best for you, what works best for you, always, always. And sometimes we're like, gosh, wow, that was really hard. And it's like, yes, because those are lessons. We all have lessons to learn. That's what keeps us going. And it's during those lessons, as long as you learn from it, because if you don't, you're going to keep on repeating the cycle over and over and over again. There's Jupiter with Pluto on the 17th. Pluto's combined with that too. It happens every 13 years. It's going to be more intense, more intense. And I want to know what's happening for you guys that day. It's going to be huge changes, huge transformations. You're going to be facing your fears. It's a really, really powerful day. Like I'm getting something looked at on the 16th. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I wasn't even thinking ahead of time. And I'm like, okay, it's past Mercury retrograde, which is still in Mercury retrograde. But then I'm like, oh my gosh, no wonder it's all about facing your fears and transformation. I'm not going to tell you about it, but I'm doing. But let me tell you, it's something I've been trying to avoid, but I just kept on hearing, you know what? Get it checked. Just get it checked. Make sure you're okay. Right? So it's like not leaving things, not leaving things. And of course, we have Mars midweek as well, which is going to help you follow your passion, which is going to help you follow your projects even more so, digging up those once upon a time, maybe I wanted to book that flight. Maybe I wanted to book that trip now, because during Mercury retrograde, it's not really the time to travel. I mean, we do have to travel, of course, I understand that. But if you wait till after the Mercury retrograde, if you can, you'll see things are going to be more in alignment. You're not going to see as many delays and things like that, right? It does cost delays. And believe me, airlines don't like to be down. For every minute that they're delayed, it's $3,000. And that was years ago. And God knows what the price is now. I used to work at WestJet. Well, I wanted to work at WestJet years ago, years ago. And I learned a lot from that, believe me. And I'm like, wow, I had no idea that the airlines, it would cost that much. So believe me, no airlines like to be delayed at all in any way, shape, or form. It costs them thousands of dollars. Would you rather be delayed, or would you rather be on that plane during engine troubles? Hello, right? So you're might going to find that, you know what, I'm going to plan that vacation now. I'm going to plan that getaway or that road trip, or whatever it is. And really listen to what messages you're hearing that are coming in right now. Okay, because this is really important, and especially during this new moon. There's a lot of love in the air as well this week, so you might find that because we still have that retrograde, and people are still processing things and trying to reset things and coming to terms with things. And gosh, what did I learn? Why did I do that? Why did I say that? Why did I block that person? So you still might be hearing from different people from your past. It could be family, friends, co-workers, anybody, literally. And it's up to you. It's always good to forgive that person, just so you can move forward and you can let it go and move on. Or you might be like, you know what, let's just resolve this issue. It's been bothering me, or, whatever it is, right? So you're also going to hear more time, like more secrets being exposed, more truth coming out. That's just going to continue on and on and on. Like there's a lot of voting going on. There's a lot of government bullshit, to be very honest, going on. And it's just like, you know what? The people have had enough. The people have really had enough of your crap. All of this BS, right? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. So, May 20th during the new moon as well, you're going to be reflecting more and such like that. And new moon, there's more passings. Really pay attention to your animals as well. The new moon is a big day for animals to pass on. This eclipse that we've had with Mercury retrograde combined to new moons and full moons and all of that, it does affect your animals. It really does. So if anything, show them more compassion and love. You might be like, gosh, why are you so needy? Why are you hanging on to me? Or why aren't you eating? Or why? Please, if you have any love, unconditional love towards your animals, please listen to them. I'm an animal communicator as well. So I hear messages 24/7 from the animal kingdom worldwide, the animals who are here and the animals who have passed on. I've been getting very profound messages, very profound messages. Just to give you a little example, I was on my way to the vet. I normally take my dog, Bella, to the vets 2 or 3 times a month, or to the neurologist. I just don't talk about it anymore. And when I was taking her to the vet the other day, it just reminds me of my wolfhound. I'm not going to go on reasons and explain, because it's a long story unless you really want to hear it. And my wolfhound McTavish, she passed on the 29th of May this month. So as I was bringing her to the vet, all of a sudden, out of nowhere, a wolfhound, a woman starts walking a wolfhound. And wolfhounds, they're not normally the typical dog you see, right? Like just walking. And I saw this beautiful wolfhound. Oh my gosh. And it was just, it was extraordinary. It was, I'm not going to go on about it. I'll get very teary-eyed. I mean, McTavish passed in 2014, and I so miss him dearly still, even though he's with me, giving me messages. And it's very connected to Bella, by the way. McTavish is very connected with Bella. He told me he was sending her and so on and so on and so on without even without going into details as well. So really pay attention to your animals this week, you guys. It's really, really important. So I really, really want you to really empower yourself and make sure you try to ground yourself in the 5D cosmic alignment. Really important. Really important. Setting more boundaries, turning your phone off, taking time for you. Whenever you're getting messages coming through, it's like, you know what, I'll get back to you, when I can. And, we'll talk about it or whatever it is. So you have to start putting yourself first and focusing on you. If you really want to make change, you have to take those steps to make change. As you saw with that eclipse, huge changes happen so fast, so unexpectedly. And this week, the same thing is going to happen. So whatever you're not in alignment with, it's coming right back to you. Boom, boom, boom. Really pay attention because it's for your highest good. Your soul wants you to move forward in quantum leaps, what's best for your highest self and your highest purpose. So try not to fight with it. When we have to try to make changes, it can be hard. It can be really difficult at times because we're like, geez, that's right out of my comfort zone. But this is why these energies this week, even with Mars combined and Jupiter and such and Pluto, it wants to truly help you, but it can make things feel a little unsettled. But it's going to help you confront your fears. When you start confronting your fears, you're going to find that liberation within your soul. I just got goosebumps. So some of you who have got goosebumps as I was saying that. Wow. Wow. So we're going to pull a couple of cards. I always say we because I'm a clairvoyant psychic medium and I hear messages 24/7 coming through from spirit. I connect and channel with the Christ consciousness, ascended masters, beings, angels, guides, you name it. The list could go on, but I just say we just to make it easier. And whenever I talk, I just say spirit. It's just so easier for me to connect with. And sometimes and also I'm hearing, by the way, I don't know for who this is for. If it resonates with you, please let me know. I'm seeing like red and black plaid for some reason. So red and black, also is one of the tartans in Scotland. I love Scotland, love Scotland. One of my favorite places. I was actually going to move there once upon a time. I doubt very much if I will, but who knows? Who knows? I don't know what spirit has planned for me. But yeah, I'm hearing Scotland. I'm hearing red and black plaid for some reason. So I'm just going to bring that up and see why. So some of you connect with it. So anyways, let's pull a couple of cards from spirit just to see what the universe has to say to us. And please make sure that whenever you use any cards, to knock it 3 times on wood. I've cleared my cards before. I've even put them here for us. And it clears your energy and whoever else has used it. Whoever else has used it. And I really want you guys, I'm hearing a hospice coming through too, by the way. I really want you guys, you know how I said the new moon is a really strong day for people passing? If you truly are feeling that, I have some concerns with someone. If it's a family member, friend, animal, whoever, pay attention to that because your soul is telling you, maybe you should go see that person. Maybe you should call them or whatever it is. Really pay attention to that, especially this week. Especially this week. Okay. So what is the cosmic message from the 15th to the 21st of May? What is the message from our animal kingdom from the 15th to the 21st? That's the cosmic message. How beautiful is this? So the message that just fell out is of a swan. Now, the swan demonstrates grace and majesty. Majesty. My word, sorry. Look at that. Look at that. You know how I said like this midweek, of course, you're going to be following more of your passions and such like that. And really walk your truth. Really walk your truth. Because whenever you're walking your truth in the alignment of the 5D, you're going to find that things are going to be coming together with the ebb and flow of grace. the ebb and flow of grace. When things are flowing, you know you're on the right pathway. So especially midweek, pay attention to what all of a sudden instantly comes to you and throws you off track or triggers you. That is still what you need to heal from or to let go or to resolve. And because we still have that post Mercury retrograde, it really gives you that opportunity to reset things that were out of alignment, that are not working with you. So let's see what another message is here from the cards, from the universal 5D. What is another message here for this week from Spirit for the 15th to the 21st of May? Let's find out what's the message and let it go. What's the message from Spirit? 50, whoa. Now, what fell out? Oh, how beautiful is this? How beautiful is this? Now, the card that fell out here is commitment. Okay, so whenever we're making a commitment, the first thing that you should be committing to before you commit to anything else is yourself. Self-love is the key. Make those changes within and pay attention this week, as I'm saying, as I keep saying, of what, you know, the energy is with especially the Jupiter and Pluto of what you need to commit to. Maybe some of you are going to making more of a commitment to someone. Maybe some of you are getting engaged or married, or maybe you're going to be making that commitment to your job. Maybe you're going to be making a commitment with, you know, like signing contracts. But please, because we're still in Mercury retrograde, the post, don't sign any major contracts this week. Try to hang on for another couple of weeks until at least the beginning of June, if possible, if possible. Okay. But there's going to be a commitment coming up for you, and your soul is going to be saying, do you want to commit to me? Meaning you, regardless of what the commitment is, pay attention to it. Really pay attention to it. You have to commit to yourself first. If you want to be with the right person, you have to love yourself unconditionally first before you can connect and be with the person who will love you back unconditionally. Like, I'm somebody who just doesn't settle for just anything or anyone. So that's just me. There's nothing wrong with what you guys are doing. We all have lessons to learn, and you always have to do what resonates best. And please never judge anybody. You really, truly don't know what their journey is, what their soul contract has, what karmic lessons they have to learn, right? So let's ask the crystal world. You know how I love my crystals. What the message is, what the message is. What's the message from the crystals for May 15th to the 21st? Wow. Citron. Now I was going to bring my crystal over here. I have a beautiful citron crystal. And I was looking at it and thought, bring it over to the video for some reason, but I didn't. So citron will help you with abundance and prosperity as well. And if you take a look at the number 17, 8 represents abundance. And look how beautiful this is. See, there's a face. How many of you can see that face within? You can see that face within, which is you. And it's also looks like a beautiful kind of like that sun energy, if you really take a look at it. And also too, of course, you know, with this new moon coming up this week, it's really good to recharge your crystals under the moon energy. Put your crystals outside, of course, where they're not going to be stolen, to let the moon recharge that energy. It's a really good time for photographers as well to take photos of the stars and such like that. So utilize this energy to the fullest. You can use, put your crystals on yourself. I love wearing crystals. I have to wear crystals or else I feel that I'm leaving my body. So literally I'll wake up and I'm like, okay, what crystal am I gravitated towards today? You can wear it in your pocket. You can wear them in a medicine bag or your brassiere or whatever works for you. We all have a different way that works for us as well. So we're going to pull another card here, by the way, and find out what we really need to let go of. What do we truly need to let go of? What's the message for the 21st or the 15th to the 21st of May? We have a May long weekend coming up in Canada here. A lot of people go camping. Normally May long weekends, it snows or like really bad weather May long weekend. If you leave Alberta, if you're in Canada, you'll get better weather. So expect the unexpected, as I'm saying. Just make sure that you're prepared. So what's the message? May 15th to the 21st. Right away. How beautiful. I love these cards. Kindness. This is so important. This is so important more than anything. Always show kindness towards others. You might not agree with them. That doesn't matter. If you want to get involved with drama or negativity, you're just going to keep on attracting that to yourself. What actions you do, you're going to have that consequences come back to you. So you can't run from karma. What you have said to others, how you have treated others is going to come right back to you. You know, and that's when people are like, why is this happening to me? Really take a look at your actions. Are you being authentic? Are you speaking from your heart within your soul? Or are you still down into the third D with your ego? This is why it's so important to stay in the 5D cosmic alignment within your soul. Show kindness to yourself. Show love to yourself. So show compassion towards you. And get in touch with nature if you can. Look at how this little boy, that's your inner child, connecting with nature. Look at that. Look at that. And showing kindness. What energy you send out comes back. You really have to ponder and think about that and really reflect more on that. What energy you send out comes back. I'm just saying. But please show kindness towards others and please show kindness to the animals as well. Even though you might not like animals or be an animal lover, let's say, don't ever hurt an animal. Just don't hurt animals, you guys. Geez, what did they do to you? Don't even get me started on that. I'm an animal activist. We're not even going to go there on that subject. So I just keep on hearing to pull another card. Another card. So what is the cosmic message from the 15th to the 21st? What's the cosmic message? One last card here. The cosmic message. And avoid drama, you guys. My goodness. The cosmic message from the 15th. Really important to balance things. So the card that fell down, wow, what a beautiful message here. And of course, this really resonates with me. Looks very Hawaiian, very aloha energy. You know, I love Hawaii, my other home away from home. I have a big project I'm going to be working on there that next year I'll get to. Maybe this year, but I'm thinking more next year. Now, this energy here says move your body, dance, breathe, and flow. Look at that. Look at how she's tiki-tikiing around the beach. Aloha vibes. Aloha vibes. So, and whenever you get in touch with nature, especially if you're around water and you're having that moment, water is very healing. A lot of empaths get really drawn towards the water. So when you connect with the water, you're connecting with your emotions even more so. And this is also a week to really get in touch with your emotions. Maybe go swimming or just walk barefoot along the water there and really pay attention to the messages coming in. You know, anytime I go to Hawaii, I always connect with many things, but one of the things I connect with is the rocks. The rocks there are very sacred. And I do talk to the rocks, no matter how kind of crazy that does. How many of you out there connect with the rocks, right? I have connected with the rocks and told stories about them and so on. And as I was unpacking my things, yes, I've unpacked almost 60 boxes. I discovered even a couple of very sacred rocks that I brought back from Hawaii. And when I did, before I even brought them, I had a little chat with them and asked them, is it okay if I bring you back to my home and so on and so on and so on? And yes, yes, yes. So if you do connect with the rocks, hear their messages coming through for you. But make sure you do. If you're not sure what messages you're getting through, do not bring them back. Because the old saying in Hawaii, if you start bringing lava rocks back, especially, my rocks are not lava rocks, but if you do, there's an old saying, and it's very true, that bad luck will come to you. And if you ask the post office or the real Hawaiians, they're going to say, yeah, there's so many stories of people mailing these lava rocks through the post because of the bad events or bad luck it brought to people and so on. So be very, very careful. You must know what you're doing. You must know what you're doing. So, in that note, let me know what's going on with you guys and what happens to you. I want to know what shocking events or what the unexpected really happened to you midweek, especially what changes that you're making, and if there was any sudden shocks to you and unexpected things happening. And please like my video and make some comments and share it because it really helps my video. Okay, so I'm wishing you a beautiful cosmic week. Make sure you're in alignment in the 5D within your soul, and you will see some instantaneously results aligning with you with the flow of grace. Namaste, you guys. Namaste, everyone. I'm Jenny G. I'm an international known clairvoyant psychic medium, past life Akashic record, animal communicator, relationship coach, meditation teacher, and so on. I am here to tell you there is some exciting news. I'm revamping my YouTube channel. That's right. There's new content coming out weekly. I'm going to talk about the weekly cosmic vibes, what you're experiencing and why, how to utilize that, and giving you the reasons behind it. We're going to talk about the new moon, the full moon, Mercury retrograde, and I'm going to give you those insights, how to manifest and make things happen for you at the right time. It's time, everyone. It's time to wake up this planet. Let's show some love and compassion. Let the fear go. Let the negativity go. Let's do this together and transcend your soul in quantum leaps. I'll be here. Where are you? Hit that red button at the corner there, subscribe to my channel, and let's make this happen. Let's do this now. Namaste.